My name is Abdeslim, and one of the co-founders of Mesh.js. And here with me is Alan. Today's session is going to be about Mesh. So hopefully by the end of it, you will learn more about the project and why it has been done.
To introduce myself before as well, my name is Alan, based in France, co-founder of Mesh along with Abdelkarim and Jingles, who is not here on the call today. Just a brief introduction of Mesh. So Mesh is a web library, JavaScript library, open source and free to use. It aims to cover a lot of things in Cardano development, and we are just starting. It's been released, the first version, in late September of this year, and since then it has grown a lot, but we aim to grow it even further in terms of capabilities and features. The company originally behind Mesh is called Modify Labs. The same founders of Mesh founded Modify Labs about a year ago, more than a year ago, and the work was primarily developing open source code as well as consultancy work for various clients in the ecosystem. And while we were working on this consultancy work, we had issues with complexity of writing code on Cardano. And to solve these issues, we built ourselves an internal package that really facilitated the reuse of code and allowed us to reuse the same concepts much more easily for different projects. And so we realized we had a great tool in our hands, and in late September, we decided to release it publicly to the Cardano community as an open source and free project, and by the name of Mesh. And so, as you can see on the share screen of Abdelkarim, this is the homepage. We are continuously developing on it, and you can go check it out if you want. So that's the basic story. I will now let Abdelkarim go into a bit more detail about it.
Building on Cardano is not the easiest thing because of some of the problems with the documentation. There are like also multiple components going on to build your dApp, right? So you have to figure out how to build your on-chain code with Bluetooth, Haskell, and then you have the off-chain part, which is building your transaction and connect it to the wallet and make all the connection with all those components together. And we figured out that it's not an easy task at all. This is something that we experienced ourselves. We know that others are having like the same issue, so why not solve it for everyone? And as you know, like building software is not just about building software itself, it's also about the support, the community, and the documentation around it. So those are the foundation and the main idea behind Mesh. So each feature we try to add or implement is not going to be just a piece of code added to the GitHub repo, but we try to accompany it with documentation, guides, how to use it, and examples, and those kind of stuff. So when you are building your dApp, the first thing that you have to do is connecting your wallet, right? So, and connecting your wallet, like it sounds easy, but there is a lot of like tinkering and stuff that you need to figure out. You need to learn about CIP30, and you see how to read stuff out of your wallet and connect it with serialization library. So one of the components that we have here is the Cardano wallet component. So using Mesh, you can, in your React app, you can just import Cardano wallet component from the Mesh SDK, and this is the result. You will have just like one line of code. You can have like your component, and here it detects the extension that I'm installing. I have Nami, so I can just click, connect, and it works just like that. Now that you got your wallet connected, you have to do a couple of things with it, right? You need to know the asset that you are holding. You need to sign transaction. Dealing with wallet, you don't have like one wallet to take care of, like you have multiple one. Like your users might have Eternal, might have Flint or Nami. Mesh support like almost 8 wallets, so you can just using one API, one interface, you can connect to like all of them. You just need to learn mesh. Here, try to understand how mesh work, and it will give you this common interface to deal with all of those things. Here in the playground, as you can see, so it's not just like regular, like your old documentation where it shows you lines of code, but you can also run them and execute them on the playground and see the result even before you start implementing it into your dApp. So for example, here we have get installed wallet. This is a function. You try to click on the run code snippet, and here you will see what is the results that you are getting. For example, enable the wallet, and I can add the get the balance. So here it will show me all the asset that I am holding. And there is one thing here to notice is that I'm getting JSON. Here we try to make it as straightforward as possible. So we do all the deserialization stuff on the mesh part. So we don't have to use some tools like serialization library or Cardano multi-platform library to deserialize those objects that you are getting. Here you can do, for example, get the UTXOs, and it will just deserialize them and show them in the most human readable, let's say, way, right? So now that you've got your wallet connected, the next thing you have to do is to build transactions, right? And building transaction is kind of a challenge in itself. So we try to build a set of helper functions to help you build your transaction in the most straightforward way. We have like our transaction builder. And again, like here on the left-hand side, you have the code, and on the right-hand side, you have the interface that you can execute. So here I can send 1088 to this address, for example, and I can click on this button to add another recipient, and the code is getting updated. I can use the same address or another address here, and then send another like amount here. And as you can see, the code is getting updated like live, right? And I can just go here and try to run the snippet. I don't know if it's going to show up. No, it won't. But here I have NAMI wallet pop-ups here, and I can see like my transaction on the wallet. All right, so this is about like building transaction, and everything can be chainable, so you can like build really complex transaction with this. So you can send asset, and then you can chain it with another redeem from contract or send to smart contract. You can do minting transaction, all those sort of stuff, and everything is documented in the most like detailed possible way. And this is like an iterative effort. Like each time we get back to it, we hear from the community. Maybe there are some of these descriptions are not very accurate, or maybe they are like they need a little bit more clarification. So we are always trying to get back to them and enrich them. I encourage you to check it out for yourself and see what are the stuff that has been built here.
The website is made that all these functions are in their specific category, so it's very easy to browse around and to look around what exactly do you need, and to not like be lost in the website in the amount of documentation and things like that. So it's very easy for navigating through it and searching what you're looking for if you're just trying to discover it. A live environment, so you can test all these functions without installing anything if you want to do so prior to maybe testing it in a local environment.
First of all, provider agnostic. So when you are using mesh, you don't have to be locked to Blockfrost or to Koios or to any provider. So this is the first thing. So we have a couple that we have implemented here natively into mesh, and we are also exporting the interfaces themselves for those providers. So we can just import the interface and implement own provider if it's not already provided by mesh. And of course, you can contribute back to the repo. And the other thing is, if there is something that Mesh can do without connecting to a third-party service, then yeah, let's do it in Mesh. And we try to do this just to reduce the asynchronous call as much as possible. So for example, you don't have to call protocol parameters endpoint to know the slot number, right? We can calculate it ourselves. I don't have to call any provider to know the fingerprint of an asset. If it's something like this is just a function, I can write it myself and I can calculate the fingerprint. So let's do it offline. The package size is really lightweight. So it doesn't mean that by doing all those things in-house, we are like sacrificing the size of the package. So yeah, we do everything here, and we also try to make the package size really lightweight for to be used on dApps. That's about the API, the functions, and all those kind of stuff. The other thing is the get started. Here we have like a couple of stuff. So today, like I would just try to highlight these two, guides and starter template. Many people that are like looking to start developing on Cardano, but they don't have like those like tutorials or let's say guides on how to do it end to end. You can find someone talking about how to write a smart contract here or about how to connect your wallet there, but there's no end-to-end journey from start to finish. So this is something that we are trying to do here in the education part of Mesh. So we're trying to build like those guides, like we try to explain all the steps in details, give you like a working example and try to explain what you should do, how, why, and how. So expect more guides to be added just to help people get started. And the other one is the starter template. So let's say you already know what you are doing and you just need like bootstrap your application. So I know that I want to create some dApp, deal with stake pool, right? So I just go here, like select the template. For example, I want to build it on Next. Here it will give me the command, right? So I will go to my terminal. I will type this, and it will spin up a dApp for me using this template. And then I can just go open it and change the logo, do stuff. It's a staking dApp, and it interact with stake pool. It has the basics building blocks there. Like I just saved myself 3 hours like setting up the environment, setting up the dApp, setting up everything. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Alan, if you have anything to add.
Yeah, the last thing I might want to add is a couple of words about the future of Mesh. Like you saw all these guides, starter templates, we obviously want to expand on them. We want to expand on collaboration with other projects. You might have heard of Demeter.run from TXPipe that we're already integrating, but we aim to work with Gimbal Labs for the educational side of things that we believe is very important to provide more detailed guides and courses. We want to provide obviously more and more features to Mesh, more and more integration tools, etc. And so that's really where Mesh is headed, but in an open source way. We encourage everyone that wants to help to come and join our Discord or community channels to build together this tool that is built for the community. You're already helping by just testing out all of these things, and if you're willing, you can even contribute code-wise to it. But that's really the direction of Mesh in the near future.
They say that if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. We can just go there and try to build a dApp and make quite like some millions out of it, and then yeah, ride the wave, and it's the end of it. But if we share this knowledge with everyone, so everyone know how those things are done, like it won't be just a one-man show. It will be our communities like effort to build more stuff. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Bernard. From my side, I'll really like to thank you so much for providing this tool. At Kimber Labs, there we have been using it a lot. It has taken away a lot of frustrations. But there was one area where I had a problem. Before the vessel had fork, my things were running. Then soon after that, there were so many breaks, could not get a lot of things working. It was very difficult to know whether it was the test net that crashed. We tried to connect probably with the other, is it pre-production, preview also. It was a little bit, maybe it was not fully updated with the changes that were done after the first hard fork. So my request is not that breaking will not happen. It will always happen. You will always face these things when there is an upgrade. I'm not sure if it is possible. If there is an upgrade, we keep that version where it is. I'm not sure, maybe it is the problem on the IOH side.
Yeah, well, so
Because sometimes you see, the moment they upgrade from Vasil, they upgrade the blockchain
yeah.
with some CIP changes there.
Mm.
Some of us are busy, either we are teaching, either we are experimenting, or writing a program on this using these services. But others have already upgraded. And when they upgrade again, they find some other problems. But we have got customers. So it creates a little bit of a challenge. I was thinking to say, all right, when they upgrade is fine, still with this version, until I'm sure that upgraded version is working flawless, then slowly move, because I'm moving with my community.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm very clear on the challenges that we faced.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, and this is one of the key driver behind Mesh. So we are trying to like the user at the end of the day should not worry about those hard fork, and your dApp should just work. But there is just one thing I wanted to clarify here is that when a hard fork happen, there are like two pieces. There is the network, the protocol changes, and there is the library part, right? So when something happen on the protocol level, then the tooling or the for example, mesh in this case needs to adapt to the protocol. So in if you are using mesh in theory, the next time a hard fork happen, all you need to do is upgrade mesh, and mesh should be up to date with the latest version of the protocol, and it should just work, right? In the case where it is Bluetooth V1 versus Bluetooth V2, and yeah, you want of course you do not want to jump into V2 on day one, right? So you can just keep using V1, and things must work, and you should not worry about them. So yeah, the I I hope I was able to answer your question, but one of or your not really question, but your concern, but one of the reasons of having using mesh is to not deal with those stuff. So yeah, and speaking of the past hard fork, because they on the Vassal hard fork they changed the parameter where like the cost model has changed for V1. So even existing smart contract, the deployed one was not like working after the hard fork. So we had to update the language the language view for interacting with that. And mesh already export like the fix. So if you have like an old dApp which is using the old language view, you can just import the new language view from mesh and put it in your old dApp, and it should get up and start working again. So yeah.
Yes, for my side, I just want to express my congratulations to you, because in my appreciation to your work, because it's facilitating many educational activities in this moment. I'm in representation of Emorgo, but I'm part of the, like Curtis, I'm part of the Gimbal Labs team, working team, and we are trying to bring education and the basis of how to develop on top on Cardano to the communities far away from here, in regions like, for example, East Asia, the Vietnamese community, Indonesian community. We work with also with Bernard, trying to teach the South African community, the Johannesburg community, how to start to develop, because the start is the point. And Mesh is making more easy that process of start to make things. And when the people start to make things, people come to the ecosystem and have the opportunity to meet with skillful and great and generous people like you, for example, and all the people that are here in this moment. So I express my congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Well done work. Beautiful piece of art, I think. And that's the opinion of all the Gimbal Labs team in general. Lucas is here. We consider your work a really piece of art. So thanks for that. And 2023 will be a year of fascinating year for you and for all us, I think.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like, we really appreciate that. It means a lot to us. So yeah, knowing that, like, we're really like putting so much effort into this, and knowing that there are other people who appreciate this and find it useful, it means so much. And yeah, it just encourages us to do even better and do even more. So yeah, and one of the things that you brought up about like education and helping people to get started, and also lowering the barriers of entry. So these are some of the things that we really believe in, and we think that they are like really crucial moving forward. So yeah, thank you so much. Like, I'm really glad that we are like on the same wavelength. Yeah, really appreciate that. And yeah, like maybe there are going to be other sessions where we'll be talking about other aspects of Mesh, because as I said at the beginning, it's not just about writing the software, it's also about the things around the software, because you need a community of people who use the software and support each other, right, and know how it works. This is one area. The second area is some educational materials like courses. How can we bring people into building into Cardano, and why should we just look at developers? Why shouldn't we even look at people who has never developed write a single line of code before, to jump into this, and their first application is going to be a Cardano application? How cool is that? Like, we heard about people who has never done anything, and then they go and start doing like a JavaScript, a React application. So yeah, let jump, like, push it one step further and make it a Cardano dApp. So yeah, courses are really important to move things forward, and we are really aiming for a top class courses, not just like really like cheap courses. So courses that can guide people and can be really reliable and up to date with the protocol, with the latest technology. As you can see here, we are trying to see what is like what are the most common stacks on JavaScript, and we try to add support to them, like React and Vue and Svelte, JavaScript, TypeScript. Of course, TypeScript is trending, so we should have like first-class support for TypeScript. So yeah, those kind of stuff. All right. Yeah, I don't know where should I take it from here. Anyone of you has anything to add or something?
I just want to
It's
say,
just
sorry.
a request. I would also be happy to know if there is somewhere where we can assist.
Right. Yeah.
If you definitely have got somewhere where you think you could have some helping hands, even if people are not so much technical. Like Sebastian has said, we have quite a lot of students. I really want to see them work, because in working voluntarily on some of these open source projects, you are learning a lot. You are learning a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Regarding the contribution and support, so there are a couple of things that yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, first of all, there is the support us page. So yeah, these are ways to so you can support the project, and one of them is like you can, it can be ranging from starting like the repo to like maybe fixing a typo on the website, building a new feature or donation, or maybe it's going to be as simple as adding the mesh patch to your DApp. So if you are building a DApp and it's building, it's you build it using mesh, then yeah, this is a wonderful way to support as well. And yeah, we are like also planning to have like multiple catalyst proposals around mesh, and to like build even more stuff into mesh. So yeah, this is another way for supporting. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely support you. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
I was noticing.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, Lucas, go ahead.
Hi everyone. Hi,
Hello.
Alain. I saw you on, Peter. It was really nice. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I was looking at your footer. It says stake pool here, but it's not that you are running a stake pool, is it?
No, not yet. We are
It's
not running a stake pool. Yeah. So we have some features for stake pool which released just recently for doing staking, like the stake button, all those cool stuff. But yeah, we don't have like a stake pool up and running yet. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's one thing that I keep, maybe this is a bit off topic, I'm sorry, but it's something that I keep trying to get my head around. What if, for example, you could have people to have sort of a token from your behalf, and then people delegate to Gimbal Labs, and some of the rewards that would revert to you or something. So in terms of servers, SPO sharing, you see what I'm getting to?
Yeah.
I think someone needs to invent that.
Yeah, well, why not building the tools for that, right?
Yeah. I think there's some I was looking at the freeloaders thing. They have a protocol type of pooling SPOs or something. And even their product is based on some standard or open source thing. But anyway, I don't want to diverge a bit. I didn't look at the starter kits. I need to take a look now. And I was noticing as well, you have a Vue coming soon or in the pipeline?
Yes.
You know, there's one person, CMOS, he's been around your Discord, and I caught him last week here on the Latam, on the Sala de Café, saying that he's having trouble with Magic. He would love to use it, but he's on Vue.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, the problem is not with the Vue, to be honest with you. The problem is with the, can we like talk a little bit technical? I promise it won't be too much complicated, but the way like Vue use Fit by default as a package.
Vue uses
bundler.
what?
Vite.
Okay,
Vite.
not
So
familiar.
yeah. Well, you know Webpack?
Webpack, yeah.
Yeah. So there is Vite and there is Webpack. Like those two
Okay,
are
okay.
competitors, right? in some sense. So there is a bug within Vite, which is clashing with Mesh. I reported the bug to them and they opened a PR, but the PR didn't get approved yet from the V team. So I'm just waiting for them to merge the PR. And as soon as the PR is merged, Mesh can work out of the box on Vue. But if you like can't wait or there or like is yeah, maybe they're going to take one more week or something to approve this. The workaround is to move to Webpack on your Vue app and it will work. So
Okay,
that
yeah.
was the thing.
Thanks.
Yeah, but
Now
yeah,
I was
no
noticing,
problem.
I was Googling for Vite and I noticed you actually have it on screen. So it's a standalone thing, alternatively to Vue as well.
Not alternative to Vue, but yeah, I mean,
It's more basic. I mean,
it's more basic. Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Great. I didn't know you were going to have a breakout room. I think it's a great idea. And congratulations.
thank
At
you.
least to stick a flag in the ground and try to bring people on board, especially because you had the video with Peter and everyone. He's probably taking a look at it now. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, like we spent so much time doing the code and everything, but not too much time to talk to you folks and like try to explain things and who are behind Mesh and those kind of stuff. So I think it's more important. It's important to spend a little bit more time in this area as well, so to get people to know us and know the project. So at the end of the day, if nobody is using it, it's worthless, right? So yeah, and we see like some value here, and we really want to share it with as many people as possible.
And
So,
if you're planning to keep this as a meeting point weekly or from the January 11th and going forward?
yes. So the idea is to like keep building, and we get back here, share about what's up with the project and everything. To be honest, I'm still not like 100% sure about the format that we are going to be taking here, but yeah, we will see. Like we will experiment and see what's the best format going forward.
Okay, great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just like some space, a place where like to catch up with you guys and talk about the future of Mesh, the ongoing work. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. It's going to be cool, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, like we can also talk about the development update, or yeah.
So I just have one more quick question and then I quiet down to let you continue with the presentation. But did you promote this session on Discord, and did you have any people?
Oh, no.
You know, from there?
No.
On your Discord, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, yeah, like we are a noob when it comes to those things. We know how to do engineering stuff, but yeah, those stuff, the communication stuff are still like new to us. So, but yeah, really good point. Like next time we will try to promote this, like in Twitter and in Discord too.
Yeah. So I don't want to put any more questions, but could you give us just, I'm curious to click on the Next.js thing and take a look at what it has to show there.
Yeah, right. So when you select Next.js here, then you scroll down and you choose whether JavaScript or TypeScript, and this is going to help you to generate this command here. So you can either click on the meter button and it will redirect you to the meter run, yeah, or you can just do we can click on live demo actually. So yeah, I can click live demo. So this is what you are going to get once you install this tab, and it has a connect button. You can click on it. I will get my NAMI pops up here, and then it will display the balance. This is test Ada. I'm not that
Awesome.
rich, but yeah. All right.
It's so
Uh,
wonderful.
yeah,
Very interesting.
yeah. And
Yeah,
here
it's really cool.
Very interesting.
at the top we have like a couple of templates. We are planning to add more. So for now we managed to deliver 3 out of 4. Once we deliver marketplace next, then we will start thinking about other like cool templates, like a treasury template maybe or something. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm very
Cool.
sorry, Abdul Karim. I'll need to
Cool.
hop off now. I think I can stay recording, but I'll just not be there. I can leave my computer open, and
Yeah.
I guess when you end the room, it will end the recording as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Thank you
I'm
very
very
much.
sorry about that. I hope your internet connection
Thank
can.
you, Alan.
And
Goodbye, everyone.
no.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you
for your
so
time.
much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, Alan.
Yeah.
What I like, I'll tell you what I like. I like approaching things in different ways. Like, for example, you can use React, you can use Vue, you can even use JavaScript. So, and I see again on the providers you are using, you can use Dandelion, you can use this and this one. So giving options like that, it really helps a lot of different users to come on board. That is really what, from my side, I can really thank you so much for.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Like giving choices is really important in my opinion, because each one of us has his own requirement, and it's not really a good developer experience to force people to use one thing over the other, or like having an opinionated, having an opinionated framework maybe, but other than like it shouldn't be more than just an opinion. Like I can say TypeScript is cool, you should use TypeScript, but if you don't care about it, you can just go and use JavaScript or Vite or it shouldn't really matter. So yeah, having the choice of plugging stuff that you need is really important. And yeah, I already like mentioned that earlier, but all the stuff that has already been like implemented, they have their own contract which can be implemented by the user. So for example, provider here, we like Blockfrost, Tango Crypto, and Koios, those are the native one built into Mesh. But if you have another provider and it's not implemented, you can implement them and you can use Mesh alongside those providers. So it's not like your preferred provider is not implemented here, then you cannot use it. Like it's always possible to bring up your own provider. And yeah. All right, guys.
Great.
Yeah, in the chat, Brutus is saying, yeah, feel free to use Gimbal Labs. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, actually, we talked a lot to James about Mesh and stuff, and he has been like very supportive, and like he helped us a lot already with getting Mesh known. So yeah, thank you so much. Like Gimbal Labs are like one of the best in Cardano, and I think in crypto as a whole. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
I agree. I agree.
We really
Love you guys.
appreciate. Yeah,
Yeah, I love you guys.
definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. So yeah, I think yeah. Do you have any other questions? Anything to add?
From my side, Thank you so much. I'm done. I'm really happy.
I'm
I
glad.
have to go. Yeah.
I'm glad. Okay, okay, this is amazing. Okay, so we can wrap it up here. I'm really glad that you are like on board with it and you like the project so far. So yeah, thank you so much, and see you in the next yeah, breakup room, right? After
Yeah,
in the new year
definitely.
2023. So yeah, and we have like so many things. So yeah, just so you know, we won't stop working on Mesh. So during the holiday, we have so many things to add, and hopefully like next time we will be able to share some of the new stuff with you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
yeah, feel
Great.
free to check out the website yourself and let us know. There's the Discord server as well, and the Twitter Mesh SDK. So yeah, we are Mesh SDK everywhere. So yeah, just Google Mesh SDK and yeah, Mesh SDK on Twitter, Mesh SDK, Medium. We will have like a couple of Medium articles in the near future. So yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Are you closing the room?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was just asking if you don't have anything
I
to
wanted
add.
to ask you just for a bit, if you could talk to us a bit about the multi-sig minting starter kit that you have there. Because
Right.
I was actually calling up Sebastian Pereira. He's from the NFT DAO, you know, the proposal that we were articulating.
Hi, Sebastian. Yeah, sure, sure.
So NFT DAO is going, let's say, back and forth a bit on the ideas of going ahead or not with the solution. But one thing that they are considering is to not go ahead with the minting API and to do a pure mesh implementation using the multi-signatures transaction, where they would mint and deliver the NFT to one by one to their visitors.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you want me to go through like the idea behind multi-sig minting or the
just a
guide
5-minute
itself?
intro how it could be set up or.
All right. Okay. So one of the things that I didn't mention today is that Mesh comes with a built-in wallet, right? So once you install Mesh, you will have like something we call app wallet, right? And this is going to be like a backend type of wallet. So it's not the user's wallet, it's not the NAMI or the Eternal wallet that the users have, but it's your wallet as the application, as like the dApp itself, right? So, and why I'm mentioning that is because it's a really key component when doing multi-sig meeting. So the idea behind it is that you will have two wallets. You will have your wallet as a dApp, and you have the user's wallet, right? So let's say I am a user. I open your dApp, I click on the connect wallet button, and I'm exploring the dApp, and there is a button called mint, right? So when I click on mint, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do start a transaction, right, and send it to the backend, right? The backend where I have this app wallet there created ready with mnemonics and everything. So yeah, you can, by the way, you can use app wallet to with so many like keys. So you can use mnemonic or private key or even the CLI keys, the keys that you get from the CLI. Anyway, so once the backend is going to get this transaction, so the backend is going to create a mint transaction for you and put the NFT in it and set it up, and then it will send it back to the front end. So the user get his wallet pop up, the NAMI, for example, he will see his NFT there, and then if he is happy about the results, he can hit sign and submit the transaction. So this is like the basic explanation. I didn't want to go into details, but all you need to understand here is that multi-segmenting is like a two-part, two parties. Like you are going to pay like the 20 ADA, 100 ADA, whatever from your wallet. And then you have the backend wallet, which is going to mint the NFT for you. So you're not going to use your wallet to mint, you are going to use the app wallet to mint. So one of them is going to put the money, and the second one is going to mint the NFT. And if both parties are happy with the transaction, which means both of them are going to sign the transaction, then yeah, let's go. And
Okay.
we have this guide here, which is called Guide Multisig Minting. It explains the whole process, how to build it. So this is the one thing. And the other thing is the startup template. So yeah, if you already understand, you can just click here, multi-segmenting, and then you can get your command here. You can just run this in your terminal, and it will give you something like this. This application here, where you can just connect, and then yeah,
Magic.
you can yeah mint mesh token, and then I can. Yeah.
Is the minting policy for the NFTs all are gonna be under the same minting policy?
Yeah, of course. It's going to be. Hold on, I will cancel the transaction. All right. So because you are using your app wallet to do the minting, so the app wallet is going to like to be the one who own the policy, right? So yeah, for a given collection, you can make sure that all of them have the same policy ID. And of course, if you change the address, the minting address, you can get another policy, of course.
Can I configure the policy ID to have like, you know, be close after this slot?
Yeah.
Before this slot, that kind of stuff.
Yes, 100%. You can do that. So in Mesh, we have like the minting API, and then you can like create your minting script like that. And here you can have your signature, and you can have your before and after slot. And yeah, with Mesh, you also get those resolvers to resolve the slot number offline, of course. So yeah, you can use them to build your minting script.
So basically, the project that we were talking about would be getting these functions. Instead of being a programmatic API, they will become REST APIs, and then we would put all that API server in a Docker container.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Basically, Mesh is a super powerful tool, to be honest with you guys. So it can do a lot of things. I hope like in the next 3 months, it's supposed to be to do all of the things. So, but yeah, for now, let's just say a lot of things.
Yeah, a little bit of a hesitation is it useful to develop this container with all of these tools, or people just come here and they just use the tools, right? What is the bigger utility of containerizing them in a Docker image, right? Is like our question at the moment.
Yeah, one of the things that can be brought up to this discussion is right. Okay, let me explain. When you're minting an NFT, right, you can mint, let's say you have like a very specific thing you want to do. You want to mint a very specific thing for real use case, right? And then you can do it 100% offline, no need of a server or anything like that. Maybe you need a server just to do multi-sign, but there is no complicated logic. But what if you are trying to build a lottery system where like those crazy mint, where you go and click mint, and then you will get a random ape or a random cat or a random horse. I don't know, those like silly NFTs. So yeah, then you will have like you will need a backend to do this randomized thingy to pick up the NFT that has not been minted yet. We need a database to keep track of what are the NFTs that are available and which are being minted already. So those kind of stuff. So it's up to the use case and what you want to do with it. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one knife cut them all, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, you need to be strategic about what you want to do.
But even so, if currently with the code part, you're doing TypeScript there, and it's always simpler for a developer to do a REST call than to import this library and to write the code, no?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, the whole point of REST APIs is portability. So I can use my REST API in a .NET application, for example. I can use it in Java. I can use it in PHP, in whatever. I can use it in another JavaScript. But when you are like dealing with code like that, you are locking yourself into one ecosystem, one programming language. So that's the one other point. Yeah, very nice one, Lucas. Yeah.
Great.
Like
Yeah.
when I was talking earlier, I was assuming that we are like all living within the JavaScript ecosystem and we are not living, but there is other cool stuff elsewhere. And yeah, REST got invented because of this.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. And then one other thing is that if you have like a container which is having some code in it, and yeah, it's just like a RESTful API. If there is a problem, you just go there and fix it, and all of the client of that RESTful API are going to have the fix. But if each one of them has his own implementation, then you will never know. Each one is going to get his own custom implementation, and each one is going to get his.
Right. Individual problems and difficulties, maybe fixing them.
I think we lost Abdel for a moment.
Yeah, probably.
So Alan's not there. Curtis, do you have more questions? Bernard? Not for me, but just.
No, for me, I'm all right.
I hope.
Awesome.
I was asking in the hopes that Abdel would be back in a second.
No, for me, I just need to get more hands-on exposure. I played with it when, James first introduced it in Gimbal Labs, and I fell in love with it then, but I haven't gone back to actually coding in a few weeks. So I need to.
So I have a question for you then, Curtis, because I'm a bit noob in terms of the Next.js and everything. So if I want to do my own website and I know I'm going to something like Gatsby, is Next by itself an alternative to Gatsby to create a website and everything?
Hello guys, I'm back.
Hey.
Hey, Abdel.
Sorry, I lost internet. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, we got it.
So I mean, I bet Abdel could answer that better. But like in Gimbal Labs, right, we're running on Next.js, but then loading Chakra packages and modules. So it's almost like you can leverage the different modules, but you have a framework. And what is your framework is most likely going to be Next.js, right? But ask that same question. I'm curious myself now that Abdel's back.
Okay, so Abdel, I was asking Curtis because we use it in Gimbal. They use it in Gimbal Labs. I'm just mostly looking there. So now I'm going to build my own website. We need more to modernize the stack. And so instead of using the standard WordPress and all that, I'm going to look into Next as a CMS or a server-side CMS or a static generator, as you call it. And my question was, if Next by itself is a solution for this, even the common things like the sitemap or the menus and all those things.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. I mean, Next is the ultimate tool. If you think about it, it's more general. It can solve any problem. So yeah, definitely you can use it there if you want. There's no problem. And there are like also other packages like Nextra, which is a plugin on top of Next, which can help you get your like beautiful element there, make the developer experience much smoother and
Okay.
everything. So yeah,
That's good. That's great hint. So
Yeah.
you don't usually use things like Chakra to do the front end and the components?
Right. So it depends. Actually, it depends. We try to use Tailwind for most of the things UI related because it's give us a little bit more freedom, and we do not like to lock ourselves into a particular like framework UI or anything like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, Chakra
Okay.
can also be like a really good tool. So yeah.
Oh, great stuff. Okay, I don't have any more questions. Thank you so much. It was really interesting. I'm
Okay,
really happy that you
and-
took initiative.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm really sorry about like my internet just cutting off a moment ago. But yeah, here we are again. All right. Okay. So right.
Lucas.
Yeah.
You know, I did replace, is it Chakra UI?
Mm-hmm.
I on this one for mesh, I did replace it with simple bootstrap. It worked.
Okay.
So it will work if you use. You talked about Gatsby.
Gatsby.
Yeah, Gatsby.
Yeah.
It will work.
Okay.
If you use any UI framework for CSS, Tailwind, or whatever, it works.
Thanks. It's all like building blocks. You just need to find out how you want to put them together. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Abdel, are you going to be publishing this recording somewhere?
Definitely.
Yeah, of course. We will be publishing it.
Is it on the Mesh channel or something?
Right. So I have to discuss this with
Okay.
Lenny and Jingles yet. Later. So and we will but we will definitely publish it.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'll keep
I
an
will
eye
let you
out.
know. I will let you know.
Publish it
so
on
that we'll-
Discord.
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, next time I will try to promote this a little bit more. So yeah, very good point you raised earlier.
You're
So-
going to have more haters coming in and challenging everything.
That's fine. That's fine. I love having those discussions. It's
Cool.
it's all right. I mean, if we want to move things forward, we need to listen from like everyone. And
Mhm.
yeah, you are not always right. Maybe there are things that, yeah. I mean,
That's
yeah,
it. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. We need to be open. No
Yeah.
one is perfect.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you've done a lot already. So you have nothing to no one can complain that much because you're delivering an amazing value here.
Thank you. One thing we believe in is that you don't have to tell, you have to like you show by telling. If I'm trying to, if I'm getting myself, I can like explain myself here. So you do the thing, and then you talk. You don't talk, and you do not do anything. So you show your work first, and then yeah, people can go back and see. Oh yeah,
Let the work speak for itself. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. If we don't speak, happy holidays. Okay.
You too, Lucas.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.